You know, some of the most challenging cases can be workplace injuries or deaths in the workplace, and particularly because they may involve different people, different actors being responsible. But when they get into the area of products liability, those can be extremely expensive and difficult to prove. And I remember one young man who was working in a ditch, and a backhoe that he was working underneath of simply collapsed. It had a sudden hydraulic hose failure and just collapsed right down on him. His young widow came to me about this case because they had a very young child. And we started looking into it, and it just, how in the world could this happen? How can something like a hose failure just cause this massive arm to fall down on somebody? And it turned out that, you know, there were certain valves, hydraulic valves, that were in place and mandatory in Europe. And this same company used those valves in Europe. But in America, they were saving a few bucks. I don't know, the valve probably cost 30 or 40 bucks. But they didn't put those valves on the backhoes in this country. And I remember the expert tried to say, well, we can't use those valves because it destroys the mobility and the motility, the speed of the machine, and you know, you lose fine control. And so I had a local mechanic who helped me do some testing, and on film we proved to them that you could work at an 8-hour day and the temperature was like maybe 2 degrees higher, so that wasn't an issue. But the motility and the fine control was a little more challenging to try to prove. And what we did, though, I had a very good operator, local fella, and we took an egg, and he was able to put the tooth of that bucket down and press on that egg and crack it without breaking it. And after we did that, they settled the case.